have 500 AP. It's dealing 135 at level 2. I believe it's 150 at level 3. A second. And that's really where a lot of Annie's sustained DPS comes from. You can't really... And look there, we get a free Janna. Janna knew we were there. She did. I don't know what possessed her to come on there. I mean, she knew we had Nudir and a Nidalee. We could have just... She must have known Nudir would come up and stun her, and I would stun her, and... She was lucky to escape, I'll be honest there. But she really should have punished her for that, but we didn't manage it. Fiddle's up top. Managed to take Gangplank. But we're 5 for 4. 4 of those kills have been mine, which is lovely. I do like being fed. I like being fed. Fed is nice. But anyway, we're going to look at creep kills here because I believe this is really rather important. 45 versus 64 for me versus Kassadin. That means I'm around 20 minions ahead. That's around 400 gold. And what's more, we're turret up. We're kill up, team-wise. Ignoring kills, I am a lot ahead of Kassadin. That's just ignoring kills. If we don't ignore kills, then it's even more ahead of Kassadin. Now, I've got enough almost to finish my Rod of Ages. And he has only just got his tier of the Goddess for an Archangel staff. Now, we're going up here. We're going to come in. I'm going to try and get my Tibbers on both of them. Don't quite manage it. Managed to get Nasus though. Caitlyn's warning that Kassadin's coming up. Don't believe we get Nasus, but Kassadin, he's like, oh look, there's a Gangplank, an Udyr, and an Annie between me and my escape. What do? I come in and try and take down. Now, admittedly, that was probably what he should have done. I mean, it's going to be very difficult for him to escape in that situation. We had Nidalee coming up the bot, Caitlyn coming from the side, and 3 of us up here. He knew he couldn't escape on that low health, so what does he do? He tries to take a champion with him since he knows he's going to die. Admittedly, he could have gone into the bush, but that really wasn't a bad course of action for him. I'm sorry, it may seem like a suicide charge, but if you're more or less guaranteed to die, why not take one with you? And go 1 for 1 rather than 1 for 0. There's nothing wrong with that. Now we go in the bush here, I believe, because we're wondering about Fiddle. And Janna comes around. What are you, a bot? She comes around, check us out. However, Fiddle's off from nowhere. I don't have anything off cooldown. Flash in, manage to take him out. I run out of Fiddle's ult. Nasus activates his ult to get away. And there's a free Kassadin. There, standing in Tibbers again. Chases Tibbers, and it's like chasing Sin. She just should not do it. And there we have a Caitlyn kill. Pick up for Caitlyn. That went rather well. We managed to get 3 kills, I believe, in total versus their 1. And I'm doing 4 for 1, which on Annie is not hard. But I'm certainly not going to complain about it. I head back, get my Rod of Ages at 17 minutes. That's not shabby. It's not great, but it's not shabby. I mean, I've seen people get Rod of Ages at around more at 12 minutes, something like that. That's if they farm like beasts and get a couple of early kills. But 17-minute Rod of Ages is nothing to complain about. Now let's have a look at the creep kills again. 72 versus his 45. That is 25 ahead. That's 500 gold. 500 gold. That's almost a blasting wand ahead. Now there we see Kassadin coming up along the bottom. Gangplank wards that spot. Very good call on him. Now there's 5 up top, I believe. Yeah, all 5 of them are up top. So I'm heading up top. There's no reason for me to be down the bottom. We got a good minion wave at the bottom. We got a good minion wave in the mid. So there's nothing. We don't need me anywhere else. I ward that. Good thing I did. That reveals Kassadin. Kassadin's away. Now it's a 4v4. Caitlyn good call on Caitlyn's part. She knows that there's not going to be a team fight initiated anytime soon, and even if there was, she wouldn't have been able to get there anytime soon. Spear from Nidalee, stun on there. I drop my stun on the Nasus, get pushed back. There we go, Tibbers, and then my W. Kassadin dies. Now, unfortunately, we're 3 dead for that, so I head back. I run away. I don't really want to engage those 2 on my own. So I head away, I run away. Nothing needed, nothing special needed, just run, which isn't bad. There's no sense in staying and dying. If you can escape, do it. And I notice now that they're separated. Teemo has gone up here, and Fiddle has been left on his own, and Udyr is coming up from the bottom. Now, if I didn't know that Udyr was coming up, I wouldn't go in. And you know why? Because that fear is just as nasty as my stun, and the drain is easily nastier. Now there we go, there's Fiddle. The moment I go in, I get hit by a Teemo shroom, and I get hit by the fear in the drain. And then Udyr comes along, stun, stops the drain, and that's fine. Now you see, I wouldn't have gone in if Udyr wasn't coming up, because I needed Udyr's help with that one. And I get it, and it's all good. Now I head back. I believe I pick up a blasting wand here. Caitlyn pushed 2 turrets while that team fight was going on. So we managed to get 2 turrets, and I believe 3 kills in exchange for 3 deaths, which was entirely worth it. If you want to translate tower kills into regular kills, I believe it's 2.5 kills for a tower kill, which works out to be 8 kills in exchange for 3 kills. That is also very, very good. Now Nidalee's playing around up top. I head up, do what I can do. Team's focusing around top turret. We still want that top turret. It's got to the point where it's a matter of principle more than anything else. Nasus manages to get Udyr. I don't know why Udyr stayed around, or why Nidalee stayed in. But we managed to take down Nasus. Nasus is a boss. And there we see two in the bush. I don't want to get taken out by Fiddle's drain and fear from and the Jan tornado, so I flash away. Flash should be used. There's no sense saving a flash if we're going to be dead. We take down the turret, but they go in. They defend this turret to the death, and they really shouldn't have. Because what's worse than losing a turret? Losing a turret and giving the enemy 2 kills. That is bad. Not good. Caitlyn flashes in, tries to get Kassadin. Don't think we get him. Nope, he's gone too far. Teemo comes in. I'm fairly sure Teemo was a deliberate counterpick to Udyr and Caitlyn. And Gangplank. Parley won't hit if they're blind. Bear stance won't hit if they're blind. So I can see the logic behind it. Caitlyn, unfortunately, there with Nasus and Teemo. Couldn't get to her in time. Couldn't save her. That's unfortunately how it goes sometimes. But yeah, she did stay around a bit more than she should have. Tried to get the golems for an extra 60 gold. Really not too worth it. I pinged Dragon because I believe we can get it. And that would be another load of money. They clairvoyance Dragon. So we don't go in. If they've clairvoyanced, we're not going to go in. They know we're there. We could get interrupted, and that's a really nasty choke. Especially against Fiddle's ult. We wouldn't be able to escape. Now they're all stacking up in this bush. Now there's a Teemo shroom, but look, 5 in the bush. What could I do here? Ooh, yeah, that would take off most of their health. But I don't. They spread out a little bit. I ward up because once upon a time, sadly they've changed it now, wards would pop Teemo shrooms. And of course, because it's an ability, Teemo shroom wouldn't take anything. Now I gave us a good initiation there. I stunned 2 of them. That's good. Udyr comes in. we get 2 kills for that. At least 2. I believe we get more. Do we? I do give up a killing spree, but that's not the worst thing in the world. It's extra gold for them. But in exchange for 2 kills, I'll take it. Have you been fucked by my Have you been fucked by my bear tibbers? Yeah, you have. But more my team, more gangplank than anything else. And Caitlyn. Caitlyn does a lot of damage in this. For some reason my statistics screen hasn't been coming up at the end of my games, no matter how long I wait. So I haven't been able to tell you how much damage I did. And that's another thing, on the stats, they really should have extra things. Like, for example, game length. If I do 100,000 damage, I want to know whether I did it in a 25-minute long game, a 30-minute long game, a 40-minute, an hour long game. I want to know that. Now, we're preparing to repel invaders. Now, unfortunately, you at least shouldn't have jumped in there. You shouldn't. And Caitlyn, unfortunately, is going to get taken down despite my efforts, because I didn't have my stun up. Now you're thinking maybe I should back off here. I'm not going to save that turret. There's 3 of them because Janna's gone back, and there's 1 of me. Unfortunately, they don't realise that I can do a lot of damage in an AoE. Janna coming in, just saving that Teemo. Very lucky, Teemo. Very, very lucky. And you're not Badger Teemo, because everyone knows that Badger Teemo is best Teemo. Phil thinks the Drain will save him. It don't. Kassadin decides to counter push, which I guess is reasonable. I flash in, make sure I get the assist on Nasus. That was really a waste of a flash. But, hey ho, what do you know? Kassadin just used his teleport, that's not good for him. Now, we get in, we get the stun on him. There we go, but he flashes away, he ulties away. Kassadin is one of the hardest champions in the whole game to lock down. Now, I'm heading up towards, I'd say, I don't know, I tell my team that I told my team in the lobby that I hadn't played Annie in a very long time. And that wasn't covering myself or anything, that was just saying, by the by, I haven't played Annie in a while. I just haven't played her much, been focusing on the higher skill cap APs, such as Cassiopeia. I'll have to show you a game of my Cassiopeia at some point. But I haven't had much plan to play, I haven't had much chance to play her in ranked. This is a journey of my this is a tale of me going through solo ranked queue. I'm not going to say it's anything else, because while solo queue isn't really important, it's where organised teams, that's what really matters. Could have flicked another ward down there, but the one is sufficient to warn us if there's Baron. Yeah, I'll take that one to warn us if there's a flank coming in.